No, I don't want that. Oh, welcome back. You will continue the tour. And by the looks of it, I might level up from this tour. Okay, that's 25 vitality. 20. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see no reason to get this rainbow cap of casting, so I shall have money. Oh, money. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Manufactory stands to the west. Our engineers can conceive and manufacture weapons to use against the dragons. The holy stables where chocobos are trained for war also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, where to the south and east, well, just be better if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may be unable to ensure your safety in the lower levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the brim, little lord. A delicate fellow like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You must judge me, sir. I am no lord, but a humbly traveller. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take it down the hoblo and gawp at the statues. Well, if you mind to learn how the better half-live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Night if your nursemaid let ye. He looks like an old-on merchant. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray, pay that drunken lot no mind. But I must. It would not be due to review such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I must see this Forgotten Night for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Edgar. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, we can say we might learn of recent events. Then I'm coming too. Oh, so we can get jobs there. Make some money. Oh, come, little Kane. We have an adventure to go on. Can do as our a Rome Reborn companion. You are our Heavensward companion. Just as Butts was our main story companion for a bit. Eh? Hello! Find another table, this one is taken. Goodbye! I would say this is rather unusual, not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her most notable establishment, Master. Gilbert, just Gilbert will do, and I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise I'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I cannot help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, you did you? Ah, we have your you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth dropping in on their way to and fro somewhere else. Regulars, maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suitable to their taste, cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality. Mind, but not the sort of stuff I recommend to you yourself. Well, he is like, what, 16, 15? You speak of the lower levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I must ask? Goes with the waterfowl, the broom rolls in thick. It's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the woods, and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it. While the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind. Which is why, considering your present company, I recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below and something sharp in your boots, just to be sure. He has a book that's sharp enough. I shall take your words to heart, sir. As of now, I think it would be best if we returned to Fontaines Manor. You go on ahead, without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Mr. Tara, I'm afraid that's out of the question. My lord and count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place. Least of all, a maiden. My dude. She's probably the one with the dagger. She's got needles to shank people with. She's the second most prepared out of all three of us. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could presently live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Like I said, she's got needles. You gotta remember, she's a tailor. She's gonna shank a bitch. Oh, please, do you know how often I look after the waking sands in the stone taverns by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady knocks for fending off unwarranted adventures, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. Yes, so then, Tatar. Edgar and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. She's got needles to shank. Oh, so what happened to their coats? The coats guy just disappeared. So where did they go? The lighting in here looks a bit weird. Weird for a second. Tell us then, Master Alphino, does this guard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine please. In comparison to the reality, I feel the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. When those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and the Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. So Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses in each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, but alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Why are you smiling when you're saying that? Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most gracious offer, Master Atheno. You are guests in my house, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nonetheless, Ishgard needs is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What do you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove more useful in us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. Why is there just a child staring at me? I just looks like I look over. Everyone's looking rather at Count Edmond de Fontes or Edgar, and then there's this child just staring directly at us. What do you see, tiny child? As for you, Master Magic, I can ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed to aid Arthur and Eminol in their duties. I beg your pardon. I am more than capable of carrying out my duties by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool will say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues by the furry, the two of you. Well, conduct yourself with dignity befitted of your station and show Master Magic the respect he deserves. This is the man who slew Gavis von Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not here to steal your glory, only to serve as your errand boy. Might I add, those probably would not convince them. You could say that I help hold the gates against the wyverns. And why does one of your kids looks like one of his ears is made out of wood? He's got a wooden ear. If you can pardon them for their impropriety, Master Magic, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Very willing, they may even learn something from you. To see we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. A host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for a pittance sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, Household Holmes has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. So he would have us publicly serve Ishgard while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. Just an arrangement we may benefit from unexpected ways. May our duties may feasibly bring more into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that By furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Let's see, we also help take back the stone visual. We help to show that there is an inquisitor. One of their inquisitors was actually, was actually a heretic that was, causing people to die. What's this one? Displacement. This is displacement. So I'm going to get rid of you. And then let's just put Verkir on here. And then decide where we want to put Verkir. Well, I can't do this the difference between magic and melee here. Let's do that. Okay, so now I have Verkir, which what? Cure potency of 350. Let's see how much we heal. 1,000. Tracking the Cabal. Is he at? Where are you in Thanalan? Don't worry, I've got something for this. At every opportunity, I am going to be using these tickets. I don't care if it's not reasonable. I will be using these tickets. Okay. I'm not going to do these old ones. These old blue ones, because I know that they just take you to, quests. Maybe not quests. To dungeons. Dungeons that I kind of don't need to do. And I don't know what was just flashing across. Oh, it was Kane. It's like, oh, something just flew up and down the screen. Oh, it's just Kane. Oh, I'm just going to get money experience. I've asked some friends of mine in the Signs of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. About that. So you've asked... Well, we got like 4 or 5 people in there? Ah, my Lanesian contact. Ah, this is Zoran. Ah, they are still there? Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassins, merchantmen have been spotted sailing into airports. Come, we've no time to lose. To airport! I'm not attuned to swift perch. I'm probably not attuned to a lot of places. I'm just going to stop the timer. But yeah, the reason why I'm not doing the earlier one, blue quests, is because those just lead me to dungeons and stuff. And some of them will lead me to do ultimate stuff, slash savage. And I don't want to do them. I don't want to do the thingies. No thingies. There we go. The entire reason why I flew there was because I wanted to attune to the aetheryte. I'm not a smart man, but I am a persistent one. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. As far for the merchantman, I am told he is anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connections between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there is something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossips there is to be had. I forgot in his voice. I wanted to say it was probably something close to All Might, but probably not. Like every episode, someone's getting a new voice. Because I have a memory of an idiot. The merchantman was just sailed in. I don't know buggery about it, or even the bloody name. All I know is her crew's about as lively as a captain full of corpses. It ain't natural. There's a rumor going around that the yellow jacket's taking an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep my distance on the road. I am finishing answering your questions. No off with ye. Come on, Foos. Aye, name me, lad. I've not much to tell you about that ship. Let's say something. She's a trading vessel which brings goods from Radithan, but her crew is a soul not asking a friendly question about what there was on and got me not but blank stares in silence. They just gave me blank squares. Why are these squares blank? What do they mean? That ship's not but trouble, ye mark me words. I've mates what sworn they've seen her pulling alongside Imperial vessels. Only the gods know what's hiding in the holds of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners, just the blatant sight of her makes me whiskers twitch. That statement kind of broke me there for a second, like, but the man, the cat people don't have whiskers. Will you be able to learn out of interest? Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown. I heard much of the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins will use the vessel as a floating base with no permanent camp on land. It would certainly be easier to avoid the attention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed that the ship's official status as a trader to and from Radithan, even if rumors of her dealings with Guardian's agents in open water are a rifle. As long as the merchantman appears in trade within the law, however, officers are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They're yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should help find one then. Eh? Let us have ourselves a look in some of the crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. Let me shove my head in this crate and see what's in there. Just don't mind me, I'm just passing by a level 70 blue mage as a red mage. Oh. Crate. Oh, mysterious cargo. Back to the ship. No. Just pushes him in the water. My cargo now. He a pirate, he's free. This is my shit. Welcome to Lost Snow Lost Snow Shit. No, not Snow Shit. Oh. Welcome to fuck it. I'm under-geared. You should be sad I took one of you down. I've commandeered some plunder. How did the investigation fare? I found a variable bounty of military supplies, beryllium tanks, imperial rations, imperial insignias, on everything. The authorities will be most interested to hear of this, I wager. What that you have there? A large key dropped by a sigil-scarred assassin. Well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say, and I just so happen to have found a most inconveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. Yes, I shall fish. I shall fish. You hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. Hello? There was a small child in the box. Where am I? Oh no, you're a small child. I found in a box. Was I sleeping in a box? What an odd thing for me to do. Don't you remember anything? Does a girl have a name? Ivory. Yes, that's it. That's my name. Or is it? It could be. I guess it will have to do for now. And what do I call you? I try to remember that. Thank you for letting me out. What happened here is ought to miss. They found a small child in a box. This last was inside the box. I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be looking nearby. We shall properly put some distance. Come now, you needn't fear me so. Edgar, please say something reassuring, would you? He a kitty. Yes, if you say so, Edgar, then I suspect it must be true. Oh, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. I would say he's a powerful mage, but I honestly don't know. I've only known him for a total of 2 quests. And this is the 3rd quest. I just happened to go into the right building. The poor girl was asleep within moments. This entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. I present our findings to Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretfully, appears the assassins caught wind of this coming storm. A squad of soldiers were dispatched to the docks, only to witness the merchantmen sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we'd hoped for, but at the very least, they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea's ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with the young Aria. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjugated to a certain incense which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her and with one of those vile sigils and effort the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Araya's remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly what she is, and just as importantly, perhaps the circumstances of which led her capture. And with that, that is the end of this episode. See you all in the next.